a big winner tonight.
He is undefeated in the squared circle.
No one beats us to the punch.
Congrats, Kai. You made history tonight in Great Falls, Montana. You're the newly crowned world champion. What's your first feelings right now?
My first feelings is a party at Halftime Sports Bar for some after weight cut tacos. I am hungry, but you know, the feeling's surreal. I made history, like you said, youngest BKFC world champion in my hometown, packed crowd. Doesn't get any better than this.
Doesn't get any better than this. You faced another fellow Montana fighter, Great Falls fighter. It was the inaugural World Championship here in Montana in front of your home crowd. Will that be something you'll remember for the rest of your life? Yeah,
this is definitely a staple in my athletic legacy, and I'm gonna treasure this moment forever. It was a great night for Montana. Montana packed this house, packed the card, and I really think we made everybody proud. And you know, it's to the moon for Montana, and you know, past the moon for me, because I'm ready to go, you know what I'm saying?
What was the key to victory tonight? Walk us through the fight.
The key to victory is just like a wrestling match. You need to drown people. You need to swarm them. You need to suffocate them. I'm a shark in water, and I suffocated him. I dictated the fight. I initiated my clinch. I hit him from the outside, and you know, we took it home.
And then there was this knockdown, right? You hit him right on the button with the left hook, I believe. Did you see the opening? How did you put that shot together?
We knew that he was going to swing wild, and as long as I keep my movement, I knew I was going to land either that shot or a big overhand right, just from the ducking and moving. But we definitely trained for that, and seeing him go down, that was just a perfect motivation to keep me going in the fight.
We still saw you bouncing on your toes at the end of the fight, right? We could tell your conditioning was really good. You had a special training camp also in Colorado Springs. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I mean, I've always had the cardio gene, is what we call it in wrestling. If you made it to the third round with me, I was going to suffocate you. I was going to win. The only way to beat me is to get me out of there, and we knew that going into this. If it went 5 rounds, I knew I was going to beat Louie. My conditioning is just unreal. And yeah, Colorado Springs at Size MMA, they really hooked me up with an awesome couple-week training camp there. That's elevation. Albuquerque was elevation. So I could go 5 to 10 more rounds if they needed me to, but we didn't, and we got her done.
Now we saw also Louie was extremely fired up yesterday. There was a lot of animosity between the two of you, a real grudge match, but you kind of kept it cool. You just said you treat it as a business. How did you manage to do that?
Yeah, I've wrestled over 1,000 matches in my career. I have also been in, I think this is my 14th or 15th combat sport experience. So it is business. You can't let yourself get fired up, because if you get fired up, your technique and everything goes out the window. So I just worked my butt off to stay calm, cool, and collected, and that was one of my keys to victory.
What was your game plan coming into the fight, and were you able to execute it?
Yeah, other than I did get hit a lot more than I thought I was going to, but in the end, we followed the game plan. It was to suffocate him. I was expecting a 5-round fight just because I know that's where I thrive. I thrive under pressure, and you know, 5-round fights is pressure, and that's how the hardest breed of people, wrestlers, thrive, and that's under pressure.
Despite all the animosity, is there a lot of respect right now for him as well? You went all the way to the end of the fight, the distance, so we saw a little fist bump there, right?
Yeah, as a fight, there's definitely respect. As a person, I don't know, there's just a lot of things untrue said about me, and like I don't forget that. But as a fighter, Louie earned some respect from me tonight.
Now, you're a wrestler, right? But you had your 4th BKFC fight tonight and your 4th victory. So is this your sport?
Hell yeah, I'm mentally built for this, baby. But yeah, I'm always gonna be a wrestler. Wrestling is my life, and but bare knuckle is just my outlet, because I'm no longer a college wrestler, and you know, I achieved greatness in BK. So hell yeah, this is my sport. This is the Kai Stewart show.
What's your biggest strength in there?
Cardio, level head, and you know, I'm just the person everybody wants to see in there. I'm a showman, and it shows. Like I'm meant for show business, and unfortunately I'm going to be getting cut up for a while, but instead of being a movie star. But this is my outlet, and I found a path, and we're gonna send it.
Talk to us about that crowd here in Montana, the fans, the fighters. You can tell there's so much fighting spirit here, right? Where does that come from?
You know, we are just a mean breed of people. We always say we're going to give people a good old country ass whooping up here in Montana, and the crowd gets into it, everybody gets into it, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I really, really hope Bare Knuckle decides to come back here, because this is the fight city. Bare Knuckle, Montana was one of the original locations whenever they came to Billings, and they really just need to come back, because Montana's going to show out every time.
So you have the belt right now, right? You have a target on your back. Who could be next? You mentioned a name out there in the post-fight press conference.
Yeah, man, Dat Win, you're getting old. I know that you need to get another fight under your belt before you go. I know you're probably going to fight for a title like that. That only makes sense. So, Dat Win, Brandon Allen, Howard Davis, like I said in the ring, y'all can get it.
You're not only a great fighter, you're also smart. You have a psychology major, right? What's your mindset? What's the strength that you bring into the squared circle mentally?
Mentally, it's just a business. Like you got to go in. If there's a job to get done in any point of life, you need to go in and get your job done. And my job is to win fights. And that's really that's what I bring to the squared circle the best, is my mentality.
When you look back at how the journey started a couple of years ago here in BKFC, and tonight you have that belt around you, right? So would you have believed that if somebody had told you?
Prior to my debut fight, no. Like 30 seconds after that fight, I called it. I said, you know what? I can win the world title in this division, and I did just that.
Talk to us about your nickname, Hefty Bag.
Man, Sean Ibsen gave it to me. I came into the wrestling room one day, the MMA gym one day, with a super small singlet on. It was hugging me pretty tight, and he goes, "Dang, Hefty Bag." It was kind of a up joke, but it stuck, and you heard the crowd chanting "Hefty Bag." So we're there. Hefty Bag's it, man.
What's the message you got now for all your fans and your supporters?
My fans, first off, native grown, best dispensary in Montana. We have the Halftime Sports Bar. We have Hitoki Laser. We just have so many people that have backed me and made my dreams come true. I'm only 22 years old, man. I could not do this without an army. My beautiful girlfriend, Dakota Rhodes, she was an absolute rock star during this camp. I was kind of an asshole with the weight cut, but she did it, and without her, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I would not be where I'm at. So, just keep supporting me, guys, because I may be a businessman, I may be a showman, but I really do just try to be the most humble person I can possibly be.
What are you going to do now to celebrate?
I'm going to go have some tacos, some taco treat tacos at the Halftime Sports Bar here in Great Falls, Montana. And, I'm probably not getting any sleep tonight. It's going to be a great time. I'm Kai Stewart with Bare Knuckle News, and nobody beats us to the punch. Bye.